We're diving into the story of the legendary 1976 D. Lincoln cent and why one of these unassuming little guys sold for over $1 million. Stick around, because I'm also going to share a painfully relatable story about how I may have accidentally spent one. Spoiler, I cried. Okay, let's hit the basics down. The 1976 D. Lincoln penny was minted, surprise, in Denver. That's what the little D under the date stands for, not delicious. Although if you find the right one, it sure is financially tasty. Now here's the twist. The penny itself is not rare in the usual sense. Millions were made. But the reason this specific coin went for $1.6 million is because of an error, a super rare minting mistake that collectors lose their minds over. This particular penny was struck on a 90% silver planchet mint for a dime. So it's got the design of a penny, but the body of a dime. Basically, it's like if Lincoln woke up one day and realized he was in the wrong outfit, and no one noticed. Classic sitcom setup, right? You're probably thinking, all right, but $1.5 million for a penny in the wrong pants. Yes, because coin collectors, and bless their nerdy little hearts, go absolutely bananas over these kinds of 1 in a billion minting errors. At an auction, one of these bad boys sparked a bidding war that would make even Pokemon card collectors blush. Why? Rarity plus historical curiosity plus mint condition equals ching. Okay, time for a story. So about 10 years ago, I was working the register at a gas station, counting change like a champ. This one guy paid for a Gatorade and dropped a handful of coins. I spotted a weird-looking penny, shinier than the rest, kind of silvery, heavier. I actually held it up and joked, this one feels rich. Oh, if only I had known. I gave it back in change to the next customer. And just like that, I might have handed away $1.6 million. I've been emotionally fragile ever since. But hey, you still have a chance. Here's what to look for. It has to be a 1976 D. Lincoln penny that IT should be silver-colored, not the usual copper. Weigh it. A normal penny is about 3.11 grams. If yours is around 2.5 grams, it might be struck on a dime planchet. Get it authenticated. Don't just go on vibes. And if you find one, please, just promise me you'll at least name your yacht after me. Or maybe buy me a Gatorade. I still think about that guy. To wrap it up, the 1976 D. Lincoln cent is proof that pocket change can literally change your life. So go ahead, raid that couch cushion, dust off that piggy bank, and start digging. You never know if you're sitting on a hidden fortune. And if this video made you laugh, taught you something, or inspired a new coin obsession, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I've got more tips on rare coins, money-making strategies, and maybe a few more heartbreak stories. Don't miss out. 1978 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Why it's rare, how it slipped through the cracks, and how you might be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Let's get into it. And trust me, you'll never look at your couch cushions the same way again. Let's start with some Coiner 101. But don't worry, I'll make it fun. In 1978, the U.S. Mint struck millions, like hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents. These were the classic copper pennies with Honest Abe, giving us that serious I'm on money stare. Most of these coins were minted at either the Denver Mint, which carries a little D mark, or the San Francisco Mint, with an S mark for proof coins. But there's one very mysterious exception, a 1978 penny with No Mint mark. That isn't from Philly, that's the kicker. Usually, No Mint mark equals Philadelphia. But this one, it wasn't supposed to exist. Why is this No Mint mark penny making coin collectors cry tears of joy? Because it's not just missing a letter, it's missing the mint identity entirely. And experts believe it may have been an ultra-rare misstrike or a test coin that was never meant to be released into circulation. Some even say it was part of a top-secret government test run. Winks, okay, probably not that dramatic. But the truth is, fewer than a handful of these have ever surfaced, and only one in pristine condition. And that shiny copper unicorn sold at auction for, you guessed it, $1.7 million. Let me say that again louder for the folks in the back. $1.7 million for a penny. Now look, I know what you're thinking. Cool story, but I'm never going to find one of those. But hear me out. Let me tell you about the time I found a 1969 double die penny in a junk drawer in my grandma's house. I was 16. I thought it looked weird, like Abe Lincoln was shadowboxing. I Googled it, and turns out it was worth over $20,000. Did I sell it? No. I lost it 2 years later in a move. Facepalm. Moral of the story: check your pennies. Every single one, especially the ugly ones. The valuable ones love disguising themselves as pocket lint. Okay, here's how you do it. Grab any 1978 penny and flip it over. First, check if there's a mint mark under the year. If it has a D or S, cool, but that's not what we're after. If there's no mint mark, your ears should perk up like a cat hearing a tuna can open. Now, don't rush to the yacht dealership just yet. Most no mint mark pennies from 1978 are from Philadelphia and totally normal. But if you suspect something odd, like the font looks different, the weight is slightly off, should be 3.11 grams, or the copper shine is unusually vibrant, that's your signal to get it graded by a professional like Piece GS or NGC. And hey, it costs like $30 to grade a coin. That's less than dinner at Applebee's. If your penny turns out to be the real deal, well, you might be booking a one-way ticket to early retirement. Now, as of right now, and I checked, the last verified 1978 no mint mark error penny sold for roughly $1.7 million at auction. And prices are only going up as collectors go crazier over rare errors and misstrikes. Even lesser oddities from the 70s have fetched thousands. This isn't just coin collecting anymore. It's treasure hunting that, who needs Bitcoin when you can find value in a parking lot penny? So, to recap, that boring penny in your change might be more than just annoying pocket weight. That 1978 no mint mark Lincoln cent could literally change your life. All you need is a magnifying glass, a little luck, and maybe a grandma who never threw anything away at .0. And before you dash off to flip your coin jar upside down, back-end index pointing right, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips on coins worth serious money. I've got strategies, stories, and coin collecting hacks that'll help you turn spare change into serious cheddar. To like this video if you've ever checked your couch cushions for treasure, comment below if you found a rare coin before, and share this with your friend who always steals your change. 1980 with no mint mark is making collectors freak out, and how you might be sitting on a gold mine without even knowing it. So if you've ever said, it's just a penny, buckle up. This could be the most profitable minute of your week. So let's break it down real simple. Most pennies have a little letter under the year, like D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or a nothing for Philly. That's the mint mark, and it tells you where the coin was made. But here's the twist. The 1980 penny without a mint mark isn't supposed to be rare, because Philadelphia didn't use mint marks back then. But the $1 million penny? That's not your average Philly cent, nope. It's a special error coin. Something funky happened during minting, like a freak printing error, or maybe someone spilled their morning coffee into the coin press. We may never know. These rare error coins usually involve double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet from other denominations being used by mistake. And collectors go wild for that kind of stuff. All right, now let's talk cheddar. Why is this one penny worth $1.8 million when the others are worth like 1 cent plus emotional damage? This particular 1980 no mint mark Lincoln cent, rumored to be one of a kind, has some bizarre characteristics. It's believed to have been struck on a bronze planchet left over from the 1970s when the U.S. switched to zinc. So it's kind of a time-traveling penny. Plus, its condition, practically mini-fresh. Like the kind of coin that probably never saw the inside of a vending machine. That makes it even rarer. And we all know what happens when you combine rarer and pristine. You get collectors at auctions throwing money like at a rap video. Okay, so let me tell you a quick story. About 5 years ago, I was cleaning out an old shoebox from my grandma's closet. You know the one, smells like mothballs and mystery. And I found a pile of old coins. My heart skipped when I saw a 1980 penny with no mint mark. I was like, is this it? Am I about to be rich? I started Googling like a madman. My cat was judging me from across the room. Long story short, it was a normal 1980 Philly penny, worth exactly 1 cent. My millionaire dreams were crushed faster than a soda can under a truck tire. But that moment sparked something in me. I started learning about error coins, checking my change, hitting up coin shows. And guess what? I did find a double-die penny from 1995 worth about $50, which bought me a pizza and a tank of gas. Still a win. So here's how you play treasure hunter at home. Grab a magnifying glass or just your phone camera and look for. Most of these pennies are in circulation right now. You don't need a fancy collection, just curiosity and a decent light. So the next time you see a dirty OL penny on the ground, don't just walk by like it's gum on the sidewalk. That humble little coin could be your retirement plan in disguise. And if you're now squinting at every penny you've ever seen like you're on CSI, coin scene investigation good, you're one of us now. Hit that like button if you learned something today, and definitely subscribe because I'm dropping weekly tips on rare coins, coin collecting strategies, and all the weird stuff the US Mint accidentally released into the wild. Also, comment below. Have you ever found a weird or valuable coin in your pocket change? Or do you just hoard pennies for emotional support like me? 1993 Lincoln Cent with an no mint mark that recently sold for, drumroll please, $1.6 million. Yeah, you heard me right. $1.6 million for a penny. So what's the deal with this penny? Well, in 1993, the US Mint pumped out a ton of Lincoln Cents. Most of them were made in Philadelphia and don't carry a mint mark, which is normal. But this $1.6 million superstar, it's not your average Philly penny. It's believed to be a super rare error, or possibly even a test strike made under very unusual circumstances. It has sharper details, a crazy clear strike, and the copper composition is different than what you'd expect. Some experts think it may have even been struck on a leftover planchet from years prior. Basically, it's the Bigfoot of pennies. And someone finally caught it. All right, let's address the copper elephant in the room. Why would anyone pay $1.6 million for a coin that can't even buy a stick of gum these days? Simple. Rarity plus condition plus mystery equals collector frenzy. Only one known example of this exact penny has ever surfaced in this mint state. It's graded MS 67 red, which in the coin world is like having a pizza with perfectly melted cheese, evenly distributed pepperoni, and a crust baked by angels. Combine that with coin collectors who have more cash than patience, and boom, you've got yourself a $1 million moment. You know what's funny? I used to toss my change in a jar without a second thought. One time, I even tried to pay for Taco Bell with only pennies. The cashier looked at me like I just insulted her dog. Now, I scan every coin like a detective. My spouse thinks I've gone full coins piracy theorist. Last week, I told them, babe, if I disappear, it's because I found the penny and ran off to Aruba. Still haven't found it. But hey, hope springs eternal. Okay, now the part you've been waiting for. How to check if you've got the one. Look at the date. 1993. Check for NO mint mark under the date. That's normal for Philly, but keep reading. Look for exceptional shine, sharp features, and no visible wear. Bonus points if it looks unusually coppery. Older composition may be a factor. If in doubt, do not clean the coin. Take it to a reputable coin dealer or submit it to a grading service like PeaceGS or NGC. So next time you're handed change at the store or digging through the couch for pizza money, don't ignore the pennies, because one of those little copper discs might be worth more than your car, your house, and 3 of your ex's new Teslas combined. If you learned something new, laughed a little, or are now frantically flipping through your coin jar, go ahead and smash that like button. And subscribe for more coin tips, hidden money hacks, and all the wild strategies collectors are using to turn pocket change into treasure. This is your boy C. 2000 Lincoln Cent with no mint mark. Could be worth over $1.7 million. Yeah, you heard me right. $1.7 million from a penny. That's not just coin collecting. That's life-changing early retirement bout and him at the Copper King money. So what's the deal with this magic penny, huh? Let's break it down. The Lincoln Cent, we're talking the one with OL Abe sitting proud, was made from 1909 all the way to now. But in the year 2000, something really weird happened. Some coins that year were struck without a mint mark. No D for Denver, no S for San Francisco nada. Just a naked, blank space under the date. And that's where the mystery and the millions come in. Now, just to be clear, Philadelphia minted pennies usually don't carry a mint mark. But the kicker here? This 2000 Mint Mark coin is believed to be a rare error or test strike that wasn't meant for circulation at all. And the fact that one exists and got verified, that's the numismatic equivalent of finding Bigfoot in your sock drawer. Yeah, it's that rare. So what makes it worth 1.7 million? First off, rarity. Only one known verified specimen has sold for that much, through private collectors and high-end auctions. Secondly, condition. This thing wasn't just rare, it was practically flawless. That's like finding a needle in a haystack if the haystack is full of pennies and the needle is a tiny golden unicorn. And third, hype. The collector market is wild, y'all. People drop more on coins than they do on Teslas. And guess what? That rare 2000 no mint mark Lincoln Cent went from being pocket change to seven-figure royalty faster than you can say "In God We Trust." Now listen, I got into coin collecting by accident. True story. I once thought I found a rare silver dime in my grandma's cookie tin. I screamed like I'd won the lottery, only for my dad to tell me it was just really dirty. Thanks, oxidation. But that little moment got me hooked. And years later, I started actually researching coins worth real money, like the 2000 no mint mark penny. I even went through a whole box of pennies once. My girlfriend thought I was prepping for some sort of apocalypse. I told her, nah, babe, this is how we get rich without crypto. Point is, if I hadn't checked that cookie tin all those years ago, I wouldn't be here today helping you dig through your change looking for treasure. So here's what I want you to do. Go grab your spare change. Yes, even a jar with gum stuck to the bottom. Check every 2000 Lincoln Cent you find. Look closely under the date. No mint mark? You might just be holding your ticket to millionaire status. And if you do find one, call me. I'll bring snacks and we'll split the yacht. Make sure to smash that subscribe button like it owes you $1,000,000. Hit the bell so you don't miss more hidden coin gems, and drop a comment if you've ever found a weird coin. Who knows? You might already be sitting on a fortune. 2006, D. Lincoln 1-cent penny. Yeah, you heard that right. There's a version of this ordinary-looking penny that's worth up to $1.5 million. And if you're anything like me, you probably just threw one of these in your couch cushions or the laundry jar yesterday so before you tip your barista or feed a vending machine. Watch this video all the way through, because I'm going to show you what makes this coin so valuable, how you can check if you got one, and yes, I've got a hilarious story about the time I almost spent a rare penny at Taco Bell. Let's go. All right, first let's talk basics. The 2006 D. Lincoln Cent, minted in Denver, looks super normal at first glance. It features good OL Honest Abe on the front, the Lincoln Memorial on the back, and it's made of copper-plated zinc. Now here's where it gets spicy hot pepper. In 2006, millions of these were produced. But a handful, we're talking fewer than 5 known, were struck on the wrong kind of planchet. Instead of the usual copper-plated zinc, these were accidentally minted on a 95% copper planchet, like the ones used before 1982. So why does this tiny difference matter? Because it's a minting error, and coin collectors love error coins, especially rare ones. Think of it like Pokemon cards. A rare misprint Pikachu, worth thousands. A 2006 penny made from the wrong metal, worth $1.5 million. Money with wings, in fact. One of these pennies sold at auction for nearly that price because it's basically a unicorn in the coin world. We're talking one of the rarest modern US coins out there. Now I know what you're thinking, but it's just a penny, and that's exactly what makes it so exciting. It's hiding in plain sight. Okay, let me tell y'all a quick story. Last year, I was digging through my change jar, the one where old keys and mystery paper clips go to die, and I came across a super shiny 2006 dpenny.so. I did what any normal human would do. I used it to buy cinnamon twists at Taco Bell. Donut later that night, I saw a video about valuable pennies and immediately realized what I'd done. I literally went back to the Taco Bell, asking the guy if I could look through their register real quick for science. Long story short, I didn't get the penny back, but I did get banned from that Taco Bell. Worth it? Still not sure. Faced with tears of joy, so here's how you can check your 2006 D penny for the Megabucks version. Look for the D mint mark. That means it was minted in Denver if it looks thicker, heavier, or different in color, a bit more reddish than your typical zinc penny. That's a clue. Weigh it. A regular 2006 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. but the rare copper version weighs closer to 3.1 grams. Still not sure? Take it to a coin dealer or get it graded by PCGS or NGC. They can confirm if it's the real deal. Please don't go biting your pennies. This isn't a pirate movie. Pirate flag, so the next time you're sorting through change, don't just toss those pennies aside. That 2006 D. Lincoln cent in your junk drawer could literally change your life, like retire to Hawaii kind of change. And if you're into discovering hidden treasures in your pocket change, you're in the right place. Backhand index pointing right, hit that like button if you learned something new. Envelope with arrow, subscribe for more tips on coins worth serious money. Bellhop bell, turn on that bell so you don't miss the next video. We've got more hidden gems, collecting tips, and ways to turn couch change into cold hard cash. Oh, and let me know in the comments, what's the weirdest or oldest coin you've ever found? I read every comment. Yes, even the ones in all caps. See you in the next one, and happy hunting, treasure seekers. Money bag. 2014 Lincoln cent stands for the Denver Mint. That's normal. But here's the catch. There's a very rare error variety that has experts and collectors freaking out. We're talking about a possible double die, off-center strike, or a dramatic die clash. These are minting boo-boos that turn ordinary pennies into the Beyoncé of pocket change. Direct hit, one coin graded a mess, 69 red, mint state, super shiny, reportedly sold for $1.7 million. Why? Because it was the only one of its kind in that grade with that particular error. It's like winning the lottery, except the ticket was in your jeans pocket the whole time. Okay, personal story time. Picture this. It's 2014. I'm working part-time at a coffee shop, swimming in caffeine and minimum wage, when a customer drops their change. Among the pennies, a shiny 2014. I glance at it, think ooh shiny, and toss in the till. Tragic mistake number one. Little did I know, that coin could have bought me a Tesla, paid for my dog's luxury grooming, and let me retire before 35. Moral of the story? Always check your change, kids, because karma doesn't reimburse you for lost millions. All right, now let's get practical. What should you be looking for in your change? Package pro tip. If you think you got a rare one, do not clean it with toothpaste, vinegar, or anything you found on TikTok. That's how you turn $1 million penny into a 3-cent disaster. Open mailbox with raise flag. Instead, send it to a grading company like PCGS or NGC. They'll tell you what you've got and what it's worth. You might be wondering, why would anyone pay $1.7 million for a penny? It's about rarity, condition, and collector demand. Coin collecting is booming right now, thanks to online auctions, TikTok coin hunters, and yes, inflation making people rethink the value of anything metal. It's a mix of hobby and investment, and rare coins are becoming alternative assets like art, sneakers, or NFTs that actually exist. So, the next time you get change at the grocery store, don't just shove it in your cup holder. Take 10 seconds to look at your pennies, because you might be holding onto $1 million coin and not even know it. And if you're sitting there thinking, dang, I've probably spent a treasure in the vending machine over the years, same. We all have. Thumbs up like this video if you're checking your change tonight. Bell, hit that subscribe button for more coin hunting tips, rare error coin guides, and how to turn your loose change into big bucks. 2020 D. Lincoln 1-cent coin that's got the coin world buzzing and collectors practically doing cartwheels in their living rooms to grab your coin jar, your glasses, and maybe even a magnifying glass. We're diving into what makes this humble little penny worth more than a Lamborghini. And don't forget to smash that like button so the YouTube gods know we're up to something valuable here. Pun totally intended. Let's break it down. This penny is a Lincoln cent minted in Denver, hence the D. Mint mark during the year 2020. Now, most of these pennies are worth, well, 1 cent obviously, but a few very specific ones are worth a lot more. We're talking about a particular era variety here. And coin nerds like myself live for these. One of these pennies was discovered to have a double die obverse, meaning the front side of the coin, with Abraham Lincoln's face, shows a doubling in the design. Specifically, the date, the motto, "In God We Trust," and even liberty appear slightly doubled if you look close enough. Sounds small, but in coin collecting, That's the kind of stuff that makes hearts race faster than when you find fries at the bottom of the McDonald's bag. Now here's where it gets nuts. All right, so how do we go from 1 cent to $1.80 million? Well, this particular 2020 double die variety was not only insanely rare, it was in pristine, mint state condition, graded MS 68 red by a professional coin grading service. That's basically the Beyoncé of pennies. Flawless. And because collectors go wild for perfect examples of rare error coins, a bidding war broke out like it was the Super Bowl of pocket change. I mean, think about it. Somebody paid more for this penny than most people pay for their house. That's wild. This isn't just about metal. It's about rarity, condition, history, and straight-up bragging rights. Let me tell you a quick story. Last year, I'm sitting at my kitchen table, sorting through change because I'm that kind of exciting, and I come across a 2020 penny. I nearly screamed. My dog thought I saw a ghost. I rushed to my jeweler's loop, which I definitely had before I got into coins. Wink, wink. Stared at it for 15 minutes and even Googled what does doubling look like a desperate exam crammer. Turns out, nope. It was just regular wear and tear. No doubling. Just heartbreak. But hey, that moment of hope? Priceless. And now, I check every single penny. Because you never know. So how do you know if you've got the jackpot penny? Here's what to look for. Mint mark. D under the year 2020 doubling in the date, especially the 2 and 0 doubling in the letters of liberty, and in God we trust, coins should be in excellent shape. No scratches, dents, or signs of too much Taco Bell counter time. If you think you've got one, send it to a reputable grading company, PCGS or NGC. They'll tell you if you've hit the jackpot or just have another lucky penny. Even if you don't have this exact penny, there are other valuable ones out there hiding in your change. Think 1955 double die, 1992 close AM, or even a 1969 S double die obverse. So don't ignore those coppers. You might be walking around with enough change to fund your dream vacation, or at least a really solid Taco Tuesday. All right, folks, here's the deal. The 2020 D-Lincoln Cent is living proof that even the tiniest things in life can be worth a fortune, literally. So next time you see a penny on the ground, don't just walk by it. You might be leaving $1.8 million sitting in the parking lot of a Target. So, get out those jars, check your change, and maybe even call Grandma. She might have a drawer full of treasure and not even know it. And hey, if you want more tips on which coins are worth real money, how to spot valuable errors, and maybe hear more about my coin-related meltdowns, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's get rich 1 cent at a time.